Hi everyone, welcome to the channel. My name is Ash and I'm here with a review for Star Trek Legends on Xbox. Now, this originally came out a while back, I think a couple of years ago, as a mobile game, and it's now been ported over to basically all platforms: PC, Switch, PlayStation and Xbox. Released on Christmas Day 2024, developed and published by qubicgames, who were kind enough to send me a copy for this review. Now, this is a sort of hero collector gacha game set in the Star Trek universe, seeing you basically build a team of characters spanning the entire Star Trek universe. So you've got your like OG, like original Star Trek Kirk and Spock. You've got all the way up to Picard, the new Picard series, and all the other series in between. And while I wasn't expecting great things from this game, I did actually have a bit of fun with it. However, it does suffer some serious bugs at the moment with crashing and slowdown. So after about an hour of playing it, it really gets slower and slower, like there's a memory leak or something like that, and then slowly but surely it'll eventually kick you out. It's happened multiple times while I've been playing it. However, I will say, and I'll not say that like that's the big issue, the devs are at least working on it, and I have seen them say that there's going to be a patch releasing soon to fix these issues. So while this is an issue at the moment and it can be frustrating, it's not the end of the world. I just had to reboot my game and start again and I was fine. But it's worth noting that it at present has sort of memory leak crashing issues. Now, the core gameplay sees you collecting these characters. I think there's over 70 available, and how it works is you have to sort of build up a squad of 4. You can then level them up by getting duplicates of them. So if you ever played a gacha game, you basically get so many points and you can spend money or spend these points to unlock something. In this game, it's beaming aboard a new crew member. Now, some of these are generic science officer and generic this and that and other, but there are obviously lots of famous characters: Pike, Data, Janeway, all that sort of stuff. Now, once you've got these characters in your team, you can level them up. You get XP for doing missions, and there is a full campaign here where you'll go through and you'll be meeting new characters along the way, and you'll slowly but surely unlock them. The missions are actually quite interesting, because on the missions there's different sections where you can go in different routes. So you'll go to one point and you can choose to maybe deal with this in one way, or maybe hack something if you've got the points for it, or do this, and that allows you to change the direction of the mission. Can unlock new sort of rewards, and it gives you a bit of replayability to go through and try different paths. You can eventually also go back through the missions at a higher difficulty as well. Now, in the missions there's also combat, and this is sort of turn-based. It's like Star Trek's first, like baby's first Final Fantasy with a Star Trek theme on it. They'll be stood there, some of them will be behind cover, and you've got special abilities that you can use. You pick which enemy you want to attack when it's your character's turn, and you'll do that until either all your team's dead or all the opponent's team's dead. Now, with the missions, it is worth noting you do need to sort of heal up. There are different types of characters. Some are better at melee, some are like range, some are buffers, some are debuffers, and some heal. And your characters through the mission will stay at the same health, so it's worth like healing up before you finish a combat, because then you'll not start the next combat with the same health. Now, once you've finished all these missions, you'll then have a ton of XP, which can be used to upgrade your characters. There's items which can upgrade your characters. You get equipable items which give your characters new like powers and new stats and stuff like that. So slowly but surely you'll increase your team's sort of score. And when you pick your team, it'll sort of say whether you're going to be like struggling with the upcoming mission or not. Now, this is obviously a mobile game at its core. It's been well translated over to console controls. I can't complain with that. Graphically, it's nothing to write home about. They're all like little big-headed characters. There's a lot of repetition in the backgrounds and environments and stuff like that. And the gameplay is pretty samey. But outside of the campaign, you've also got PvP. You've also got like away missions and stuff like that, where you send people off on shuttles to do missions. Basically what you do when you've got extra characters that aren't in your party, you can send them off, and some take 15 minutes, some take 4 hours, some take 8 hours, and those characters can't be used in that time, but they'll bring rewards back. There's also other bits and bobs you can do, which is quite interesting, but there isn't any sort of microtransactions. There's no adverts, which is always a bonus compared to their mobile counterparts. However, I will say there is paid DLC for this game. There are 6 different DLC packs at £1.69 each, which I will say annoyingly locks some of the more well-known characters behind them as well. The core game itself, though, is $9.99 usually. Launch sale at $7.99, so it's a very good price. Or you can buy the complete edition with all the DLC at $16.74, or a launch discount of $13.39. So even if you bought all the DLC, all the extra character packs and stuff, you wouldn't have to worry about it. There's a very low price for how much you'd probably spend buying more and more packs on a mobile device. You can also set your bridge up as well, which I thought was quite nice. So you'll eventually get like science officers and all that sort of stuff. Each one of them will give you like perks to combat and stuff like that. So you can mix and match as you go. Now, there's no sort of voiceovers or anything like that in the majority of the game. There's little cutscenes and stuff like that that explain the story, but the majority of the game is just text-based. But it's not bad. The stories are okay. If you're a Star Trek fan, you'll like it. It does have like a revolving door of like classic characters and enemies and stuff like that, which is really cool. It is cool being able to make a team of like classic and modern Star Trek characters. And there's also like directives, which are sort of daily missions or like ongoing missions, which you can complete by carrying out whatever objective is set. So there's a lot to come back to in this game. There's a lot of fun. Like I say, there is the PvP element to it as well, but at the moment it's currently let down by the crashing, which is a bit annoying, but like I say, they apparently are going to be fixing it. So this is available right now. It's on all platforms, but I played this on my Xbox Series X. It's also available on Xbox One consoles and Series S. $7.99 launch price. Grab it. It will end in a couple of days. But all in all, a fun little gacha game. Probably one of the better ones I've played. Obviously some DLC there, but you can have a perfectly fine time without all the extra characters that are included in them. There's a large amount already included with the base game. But hit that like button, hit subscribe, and I'll see you soon for more gaming content, guys. Thanks for watching.